Hi, my name is Petro Nakutnyy. I'm Director of Operations, Enhanced Oil Recovery Processes and Field Development at the Saskatchewan Research Council. Thanks for stopping by our virtual booth today. Over the next few minutes or so, I'll talk to you about how novel laboratory tools and techniques developed at Saskatchewan Research Council are helping our clients to accelerate innovation and reduce risks associated with new enhanced oil recovery processes. First, a few words about SRC. Saskatchewan Research Council is Canada's second largest research and technology organization, right after the National Research Council. They're focused on real industry needs. We operate world-class laboratories and facilities in Regina and Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. We've been helping the industry since 1947. We are serving 1,400 clients in 23 countries around the world, and we work closely with industry associations such as PTAC, COSIA, CHOA, and others. Our main mission is to drive technology development. We do this by accelerating innovation, reducing risk, helping with access to market, and helping early adopters. Part of the risk reduction is reduction in time and cost of development of new technology from concept to field application. Why is this important? Well, if you look at steam-assisted gravity drainage, the first concept was proposed by Butler in 1970. It took over 20 years before the first commercial project, and then another 10 to 20 years before the wide-scale commercial application. There are several Star Wars trilogies and many other things that happened in that time. We cannot afford to wait another 10 to 20 years for new technology to come along and replace XD, but with less carbon intensity and more economically viable in the current environment. We need something now. I'll talk about two main aspects of accelerating innovation. One is stage-gated approach. It is important to not spend a lot of time on every technology because we do not know what's going to be successful, what's not. So that's why we've adopted and are promoting a fast-to-fail approach. That is, we are looking at prioritizing the evaluation of those factors that are most likely to cause technology to fail. And if it's not likely to succeed, it can be canceled and we can move on to something that has higher chance of success before we spend too much time and money. So there are many steps in the stage-gated approach. I'll focus on the first two. The first step is to identify critical mechanisms and possible failure factors. We do this at SRC by designing small brain-scale experiments to test these factors. Then we look at high-level modeling, numerical and economic modeling, and only if technology is still looking good and is potentially likely to succeed, we move on to the next step, which is to design and perform scale 3D model experiments. At SRC, we believe that traditional 1D core floods are really not well suited for heavy oil and bitumen and unconventional oil as well. They just do not capture the mechanisms that are important for those types of processes. So that's why we design and build and operate custom 3D model experiments that are much better scaled from the field, and they can include the mechanisms that are important for the process success. The next step is then to do some modification, optimization, scale up, and field pilot. The process in the whole takes 2 to 5 years, which is much faster than 10 to 20 years in a traditional way. So custom physical modeling, we design these models at SRC, tailor them to the process. They can be different size and shape and scale, from cylindrical to rectangular, from several liters to several hundred liters. These models reduce experimental uncertainty. They're better in upscaling results to the field and reduce the risk of unexpected issues that can come up in the field. We also have several other state-of-the-art tools and techniques, and we can ensure that we always use the right tool for the job. Some of the real-life examples of recent projects include looking at direct steam generation, using our custom steam soak experiment to look at high-temperature surfactants and solvents, aquathermolysis testing, development and optimization of in-situ steam reflux process. So that's it for my presentation. Thanks for stopping by. I'm looking forward to talking to you. Please feel free to reach out at any time. Thanks again. Have a nice day.